what results have you seen? I know it's a relatively small time that you've started testing in 3 weeks. What are some results that you're seeing?
Yeah, so for if we're summing up those 3 last weeks, so the results in total would be around average, just as it was before implemented this strategy. But this third week that we're testing, I'm seeing this very optimistic results that basically state that our CPA is around $100 and $130 around that mark.
Welcome to the Show Me the Data podcast by LeadSet, where every week we get marketing and sales leaders from fast-growing B2B tech companies to share specific tactics they use to drive revenue for their business. The best part, they share the exact metrics and data points behind each of their tactics. I'm your host, Tukan, the co-founder and CEO of LeadSet. See you there. Hello, everyone. My guest today is Alex Panchoke. Alex is the paid media marketing manager at Reply.io. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
Very good. So can you tell us a little bit more about Reply.io? What do you guys do?
Yeah, Reply.io is a sales engagement platform, sales outreach platform, sales prospecting platform, however you can call it. We're like helping sales teams, SDR teams make their prospecting and outreach more easier and go multi-channel at the same time at scale.
Awesome. So knowing a little bit about the sales engagement and sales outreach platform, I know it is one of the hottest in an extremely crowded market with not one, but two 800-pound gorillas in Outreach.io and SalesLoft. So how are you guys competing in such a crowded space? And specifically what I'm interested in learning from your side is, as the paid media person, what are some cool strategies, tactics, hacks you're using to compete?
Yeah, so just like you said, there are a few like big brands in our space, and obviously they are raising a ton of money and they have serious funding, but we at Reply.io don't. And this way we need to come up with some smart strategies and sometimes growth strategies, hacks that can bring us some results, some significant amount of leads or demo bookings in a short period of not just in a short period of time, but with a minimal commitment and just being smart about it.
Okay. Cool. So let's talk about smart, and I guess that's the only way to do it. We know that because at LeadSift we have to compete with other bigger companies, much bigger than us. So we are always looking for getting a leg up. So what's this smart strategy that you've recently come up with that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah. So 2 months ago, I noticed I implemented this tracking on our landing pages, on advertising landing pages, that basically track all the clickable elements on them. And the more interesting results is that sometimes people tend to click more on a specific CTA buttons, like try for free. For any business, it can be different, but for ours, it's proceeding to a free trial, and our landing pages state try for free button. And being in our space with the big competitors and seeing the cost per click like $20 or more, I decided to try to fool or trick this Google Ads bidding algorithms by not just feeding them with the actual signups and meaning conversions, but with this, like I call them like intent signals of people clicking the CTA buttons, which then lead to sign up forms. And yeah.
Got it. So can you explain a little bit, how are you feeding that data in Google? Like, what does that process mean? What do you mean by feeding it?
So with I implemented this tracking with the Google Tag Manager and put it back in like an event in Google Analytics. And from Google Analytics, just because it's connected with our Google Ads account, I'm simply from a Google Ads account, I'm importing this conversion from the event of the click on the button that I'm tracking. And this way, for example, for some company, for some campaign, the conversions are not just 5 signups, but 5 signups and 10 or like 7, 10, or even more just clicks on a button that led to this sign up. So like in every business there is a funnel, and there will always be like drop-offs, and
Yep.
that's why I decided. So these clicks on the buttons are strong intent signals for us that state that people are interested in our product, in trying our product, but maybe our sign up form is a bit complicated. Maybe it's a long list of fields that they need to fill in and something like that. So that's why I decided to test it.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, then the testing that you're doing is in your landing page, you have a bunch of different buttons, call to actions. Predominantly, the one that you're trying to optimize is to people to sign up for a free trial. And what you noticed was a lot more people were clicking on, try it free button or sign up button, but not going through the full completion of it. So instead of having the tag manager point at the destination of completion of the form, you're basically optimizing on the click that button and feeding that back to Google so that Google think your landing page or your ad is super relevant.
Yeah.
That is the high level idea.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So, and how long have you been doing this, Alex, this new process?
So right this week, I've been testing it for three full weeks.
Okay. So let's talk about these 3 weeks that you're doing this. What was your hypothesis in running this experiment? Like, what were you trying to optimize for? Is it cheaper cost per click, or is it more conversion?
Yeah, so the main goal was to bring more conversions at a specific CPA, at a specific target cost per acquisition cost.
Okay.
For example, like $100.
Okay. So $100 for a free trial sign up. That's what you're optimizing for. So currently, before what you were doing, Alex, before this new thing that you started testing, what was the CPC? What was the cost per click? You mentioned, is it $20 around that far?
Yeah, around 20, 25, up to $30.
Oh, wow. That is expensive for a click. And from there, what's the CPA like?
Sometimes, so I mentioned this $100. It's just a hypothesis, but
yes.
The actual CPA was sometimes around 200 or even up to $300 per actual sign up.
Okay, so if it's $20 a click, and roughly, and you and $200 CPA, so 1 out of 10, so like 10% is the conversion that you're seeing on your landing page.
Yeah, sometimes it's 10, it's maybe 15 up to 20%.
Okay, that's a pretty good number in general, though. So you have this number, $20 CPC, $200 CPA, and you want to bring that really the CPA to 100. That's like the goal, ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And what results have you seen? I know it's a relatively small time that you've started testing in 3 weeks. What are some results that you're seeing?
Yeah, so for if we're summing up those 3 last weeks, so the results in total would be around average, just as it was before implemented this strategy. But this third week that we're testing, I'm seeing these very optimistic results that basically state that our CPA is around $100 and $130 around that mark.
Okay, so in the first 2 weeks of this experiment, you saw the cost being pretty much the same as before. But now that Google has some data on this, you're seeing the CPA going down closer to your target of $100.
Yes, exactly.
And the CPC is remaining the same?
CPC is also for this last third week is also lower than it was before. So when it, for example, it was around on an average $23 prior to this testing, and right now this third week shows CPCs around $20. So $3 difference.
Got it. Okay, so then if you are getting in the third week, if you have gotten 4 or 5 signups at this number, so your conversion rates are increasing too from 10%.
Yeah, it's their conversion, they're increasing a bit. Yeah.
So that means it looks like, again, it just might be a sampling bias because you haven't done this for a long time, but it looks like Google is sending more lower funnel, higher intent leads to your page.
Yes, that's the assumption that I'm hoping for. Yeah.
Okay, so that's very interesting. What other metrics do you measure, Alex? I mean, CPC and CPA. CPA is probably the best metric for you to measure, but are there any other metrics that you are seeing tracking?
Yes. So for this last third week and in for this last 3 weeks in total, we see 43% more clicks with the same amount of impressions, meaning that our CTR is also increased by at around 50%. So
Huh.
we have the same amount of impressions as before, but the amount of clicks are 43% higher.
Huh. So that means, okay, so same impression and but more people are clicking and more people are converting on your
Yep.
landing pages.
Yes.
So it's definitely then Google is definitely prioritizing your ads now based on this.
I'm hoping that they are sending us the right people. Maybe they found some similarities in people, or maybe some similarities from geographic locations or from an ad schedule like perspective. Maybe some people were clicking at 11 a.m. but don't convert. And right now they're showing ads to more people that in the past converted, and they found some similarities, and they're showing more ads to those type of people.
Got it. Got it. And when showing your ads, are you bidding for a long set of keywords or a very specific set of keywords?
Yeah, was for just one campaign for one competitor.
Got it. So you're doing a competitive keyword.
Yeah.
And you are not running this strategy for other
I'm running this. We're running this for other campaigns, but the results are still. I turned switched to this model for other campaigns a bit later, so it's early to say about some significant results.
Got it. And do you have a different landing page for every single campaign, Alex, or is it a similar landing page?
Yeah, if it's whether it's different competitor campaigns, it's a specific landing page for competitor, or I designed this specific landing pages for a different set of keywords, like one keywords that contain sales outreach, the other one is sales prospecting, the other one is outbound sales. And although you can lead them to one specific page, if you for example trying to book demos, you can lead just to one specific page. But I'm seeing this higher quality scores for this more optimized landing pages for these specific keywords. And in this way, there's not a lot of combination of keywords like sales prospect and outbound sales. And so we created around 10 or 15 landing pages, and we're running ads on all of them.
Got it. And what are you using for the landing page, Alex?
We built this tool internally, where our website is based on WordPress, and I've come up with this research based on some cool websites that I know, and I asked our front-end developer to code them so I can use them just like in any landing page builder like Instapage or Unbounce. And so we're having this internally. And if I need any landing page, we have from 15 to 25 different landing page blocks that I can use for different purposes, with different CTA buttons and with a whole lot of different criteria that I can change. And so it's very flexible for us to do any landing pages.
Got it. And one question you mentioned, the whole idea, this idea triggered in your mind is because you were noticing more people clicking versus actually converting into a free trial. Is one of the optimization, are you guys thinking of doing is maybe simplifying the sign up process, or that cannot be really changed?
I try to change it, but right now it's not my jurisdiction, so to say. And of course, I'm back in the days, like 2 years ago, I started here working here like 3+ years ago. But up to 2 years ago, we had like this much simpler form that we just had like work email and password. And then you're in our platform, so the conversion rates obviously were higher. But then we tried to implement. Our product managers try to implement this lead scoring system by asking them some other questions beyond work email and password, and that's why the sign up form got a little more complicated.
Makes sense. And just from a funnel perspective, so you acquire a free trial. How many of these free trials? Well, how long is the free trial, or is it all?
Trial is 14
forever
days.
For 14-day free trials. And what percentage of these free trials are you guys seeing converting into paying customers?
It's different from a channel to channel, but from a paid ads, we're seeing around from 15 to 25% conversions from free trial to paid subscriptions.
Got it. So let's say 20% on average. So let's say, and you're getting $200 at acquiring a customer. So for every 5 free trials, one of them is on an average converting. So for $1,000, you're acquiring a customer.
But for $1,000, if you take this campaign for a competitor, but we have a lot more campaigns that are cheaper with the same specific. It's just this campaign with a very high CPCs for one competitor. Some other campaigns have lower CPCs, and back in the days also we had CPCs even for that competitor like up to $5. So you can imagine my depression, so to say, from $5 to $20 per click.
But that's the thing, right? In Google, when you're targeting competitive keywords, that's always very expensive.
The competition rose very quickly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they are also bidding on those keywords, so to make sure no one else is bidding on that, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen any difference, Alex, in the final conversion rate from free trial to a paying customer based on the keywords you're tracking? Is there any data that you have seen?
We've seen some significant data between the competitor campaigns. So we have a range of competitors, like from 10 to 20 competitors. And the one thing I noticed that for one specific competitor campaign in AdWords, the leads were converting to an annual subscription at a much quicker rate than, for example, against the competitors, the general keywords or the other competitors. So for this one campaign and this competitor on their website, they have only book a demo form, and they're also, I believe, selling annually. So maybe that's why leads that are aware of them are converting also for an annual subscription in our product.
That's very interesting. And is your subscription is a month to month or is it annual only?
That's differs. It's available and month by month and annual as well.
Cool. This is great, Alex. This is very interesting. Something that I was not aware of, and I thank you for sharing this with us. I'm going to share with my marketing team and try it out, and I'll let you know. And I'll be curious to see this result over the next month, maybe. Right? It's been 3 weeks, and I'd love to see, how close to, $100 of your CPA goal you're getting for this campaign. But again, thank you so much, Alex, for showing us the data and sharing all these insights. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.